Hello, I'm FirePug. If you guys are new, welcome to this channel. In this video, I'm going to talk about Titanfall 2 and Apex Legends, why I think a Titanfall 2 multiplayer is going to be better than the Apex Legends Arena game mode, but I'm just going to give my opinion and state the similarities and differences, so you guys will still be able to make yours based off of the actual facts, but I'm still going to be sharing my personal opinion here. I'm going to go through three main differences between the two, and these three main differences are going to be reasons why I think it's better, but they can also go either way depending on what you personally think. I'm going to start it off right away with the movement. Titanfall 2 was known for its movement, and so is Apex Legends. When Apex Legends came out, it was instantly known for its very smooth movement mechanics, and this all started back with the very first Titanfall. The movement was enhanced a little bit in Titanfall 2, which created its own genre of movement shooters and has remained the king of that genre pretty much ever since. The main difference between Titanfall 2 and Apex Legends here is the double jump, the wall run, the insane TAF strafing, the height and distance you can get with grapples, and the speed at which you can stim at and combine wall jumps at, get going across the map in just a few seconds. It really is incredible how amazing the movement mechanics are in Titanfall 2. And the more you play the game, the more you experience these movement mechanics, the more you realize just how deep these mechanics can really go. What sets Titanfall 2 apart from pretty much every other game out there when it comes to movement is during a multiplayer match, the person who wins the fight often isn't the person who can aim the best when it's a simple 1v1. It's often the person who can make the other person miss the most shots that can win a fight. In Titanfall 2, it's movement and positioning that always comes first over aim. And yes, you can say the same about Apex Legends, but it's really exaggerated in Titanfall 2. The most experienced players aren't always the best at aiming, but they're simply the best at getting around as fast and as smooth as possible. This, of course, carried on to Apex Legends as well, and is part of the reason why Apex Legends was such a unique and successful battle royale right off the bat. Next, I'm going to talk about weapons and weapon class diversity. So in Apex Legends and in Titanfall 2, they share a lot of the same weapons. The only weapons from Apex Legends that aren't in Titanfall 2 are the Prowler, the Havoc, the Sentinel, the new 3030, and the soon-to-be bow. All the other weapons have originated in either Titanfall or Titanfall 2. And it's common for every shooter game to have those classes of weapons. You got your SMGs, you got your LMGs, pistols, shotguns, snipers, assault rifles, and that's pretty much universal across every shooter game. Titanfall 2 took an extra step and made a class of launchers and grenaders. These include the EPG, the Sidewinder, and the softball. And what's amazing about this is how clean and well they fit into a multiplayer game. They haven't come to Apex Legends at all, and that's just because I don't think they would work very well in a battle royale. But the Respawn devs did a really good job helping them fit well into the Titanfall 2 without them seeming overpowered or extremely different. I think the weapon balancing and diversity in Titanfall 2 is slightly better than Apex Legends. And the third and final point I want to make about the difference between an Apex Legends Arena and Titanfall 2 multiplayer is in fact the Titans. It's in the name Titanfall 2. It's what is really built the game up in such a unique way. This is probably the most controversial point I'm going to make because a lot of players don't like playing with Titans. They prefer either just Titans or only pilots, and they don't like the mix between the two, which is completely fair, and you might not agree with this last point, but in my opinion, I absolutely love the idea of having the pilots and the Titans fight alongside each other. Titans add a whole new dynamic to the multiplayer FPS genre that has never really been seen before. The smooth and fast pilot gameplay, alongside the slow and careful Titan gameplay, is really unique, and it forces players to really be on their toes, always aware of their situation, and always putting themselves in the best positioning at all times. I don't think it makes sense for Titans to come into Apex Legends arenas, and I can pretty much guarantee that they won't be. Simply because the maps aren't going to be big enough, and it doesn't make any sense, and they haven't rumored anything about it, it's never been leaked, and by now they would have already teased it in the trailers. So to sum it all up, what really makes Titanfall 2 unique, different, and in my opinion the best game of all time, and better than Apex Legends Arenas can ever be, is because of the movement mechanics, the balanced and diverse amount of weapons, and third and finally, the dynamic that the Titans add to the gameplay. This is just my list, just my thoughts, but let me know what you guys think down in the comments. This is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for watching. I'll see you later.